Okay, in this problem, we're going to try to find the electric field at some point P that is centered and above a wire loop that has a radius of charge R, a radius of R, and that has a a line charge density of lambda here. And by the way, this point P is at a distance z above the x-axis, right? So I guess the first thing that we need to do is just go ahead and look at our general definition for the electric field. And I guess we'll just start with dq here. So we need to change dq in terms of things that we already know. Since we were already given lambda, it's typically lambda, the line charge density, times some charge L, or some length L. So in our case, the length L, we'll just go ahead and take this chunk right here. If this is an infinitesimally small chunk here, we know from polar coordinates, and of course we're going to be working with polar coordinates right here since we have perfect symmetry, so we have a z-axis and r-axis that points from the radius outwards, and we also have some sort of phi axis that sweeps along the wire loop perfectly from 0 to 2 pi. So we know that this distance dl is going to be defined in terms of things that we already know as r d phi, so we'll go ahead and explicitly write that out here. And the next thing that we need to figure out is what is the separation vectors, right? So we need our goal is to find the magnitude of the separation vector and the direction of the separation vector. So we can go ahead and write these out in terms of our out of the separation vectors. I can't quite perfectly draw that for some reason, so I'm just going to go ahead and point it over here. And so that just kind of points over here, and that's going to be from our origin, from the coordinate axis, to some point of some dq charge that we have here, and that's going to be defined as r prime vector. And then from the origin to the point at least that we're evaluating the integral of the electric field at, that's going to be defined as or normal as the r vector. And the difference between those two is going to be the separation vector here. So that's going to be the curly r, or the fancy r, whatever you want to say it. So if we go ahead and define that separation vector, of course it is the r minus the difference between r and r prime, the difference between the point that we're finding the field and where that field is coming from, that specific contribution. And getting it in terms of things that we already know, for the r vector, you know it's just going to be pointing in the z hat direction thanks to symmetry with a magnitude of z. And that's going to be and we're going to subtract this vector here, which is pointing perfectly, no matter where it points here or here, it's always going to be in the r hat direction. It's going to have a magnitude of r and point in the r hat direction. And so the next goal that we're going to get is just going to go ahead and find the magnitude of that separation vector. And of course, from Pythagorean's theorem, this distance is just going to be this squared plus this squared, and the square root of all those. So we'll go ahead and write that. And finally, we'll aim for the separation r vector, which is defined as the separation vector divided by the magnitude of the separation vector. So we can go ahead and write that explicitly since we already have both of those values right here. Excuse me, let me go ahead and fix that. Okay, and at this point we have everything that we need to go ahead and move forward to make some substitutions into this problem. And since we are using polar coordinates, d phi only ranges from 0 to 2 pi, so we'll go ahead and go from 0 to 2 pi here. Make the separation and the substitution for our r hat vector. Just go ahead and put it in parentheses. Okay, and we'll go ahead and put our dq here, which we went ahead and wrote out explicitly over here, so r d phi. And now the magnitude squared, so that in this case it's just going to be z squared plus r squared. Okay, great. Now we're going to go ahead and we'll just distribute this integral across these two products, across these two subtractions right here that we got. There's one subtraction that we have here. times the quantity of, so we have a z component. And then when we combine these two, these are going to go ahead and just be the quantity, the quantity of z squared plus r squared to the 3/2. Common theme that we see here. And then of course we have our chunk of constants that we have common to both of them, which we'll actually just put over here. So, actually we'll just do lambda here. So r will be common to this one. And then we'll go ahead and do, let's see here. So we still have the r hat component. So r squared r hat. Integral from 0 to 2 pi d phi. And then z squared r squared. A little crowded right there, but no big deal. So as you can see here, if we go ahead and look back over here, as this r vector, the contribution of the electric field from every point here sweeps across here, for every component that goes in the negative r hat direction. So from that piece of chunk that's creating that electric field, there's going to be some negative r hat component that points back to the origin. There's always going to be an equal opposite contribution from another vector here. So by symmetry, all of the r hat vectors will cancel out. So all these, so this r hat vector, we can just go ahead and just drop it out, since we know as we sweep it along, it's going to all end up canceling out. So all that's left is the z hat component. And this is a, I forgot d phi here. This is a relatively simple integral, since basically everything that's not phi is just going to fall into the front of the integral, and all that's going to be left is just going to be 2 pi out front. So we'll go ahead and explicitly write that. 2 pi in the z hat direction. Z squared r squared to the 3/2. We'll do some canceling, so the pi's cancel. This goes to 1, this goes to 2. Then finally we have at our final expression the z hat direction. So we have 2 pi epsilon naught z squared plus r squared to the 3/2. And that's exactly what we thought, right? So as it sweeps along, the only thing that's left is the z hat component right here.